Getting 95. 10,000.
No cash. Welcome to the
Damn
Flip Flop
it.
Power Hour, episode 50, where we were supposed to be at some place, but today we're in the studio because it's been a busy day.
50 of these freaking Monday Night Lives, guys. It's a bonanza. It's the 50th bonanza. We got deals. We got squatters. We got foreclosure sales we're going to do tomorrow. The blockchain is blowing the hell up.
Yeah.
I'm borderline
a millionaire.
I'm borderline rich, guys. I don't know if you follow my blockchain shorts, but every once in a while I put them out there and I've let you guys know what I wanted to do, what I didn't do. I'll just tell you this. A couple months ago, I made one where I said I was going to borrow some money against a house in Florida and then invest in the blockchain. Of course, I did not do it because I zig when I should zag, especially if it's I'm like a savant. I can only buy real estate. That's all I know how to do. But had I done it, I'd be up over $1 million. I didn't do it. It's disappointing.
So you're not even close.
But I'm not close to $1 million, but I'm still up thousands of dollars.
Which is pretty exciting.
Way more than thousands of dollars.
I'm up a lot. I gotta be honest. I'm up a lot. I'm feeling really good. Pat myself on the back. I wish I had invested more. I knew it. HBAR, XRP, XLM, and Algo. That's where it's at, guys. You should jump in now if you have not.
He told me to sell all my stock and buy XRP when it was at 70 cents. I listened, and I'm way up too. So that feels pretty good.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
That's what I said.
The police are driving by.
It's going to happen right now, and it happened right now.
I'm going to get pulled over live on stream by the police.
Yeah. Not only, well, you should be like, hey, I called you guys to get the squatter out.
Yeah.
You didn't show up, so I'm doing
Yeah,
this
you
now.
should say, are you following me because of the squatters? Are you going to be able to show the video? I mean, that guy had moved the hell in.
Yes.
Damn.
I texted it to you. Guys, so this morning I got a call from OUC, the local power company, and they said, hey, somebody's trying to turn power on at your house. We have it marked here that you've been dealing with squatters and not to do it. Did you sell the house? I'm like, nope, I still own that house, and I don't have anyone living there. Fuck.
Wow.
So I've spent all afternoon getting squatters out of the house, and Adon will maybe be able to pull up the video, guys, but it looks like they've been there a couple weeks at least, and they have moved the hell in. Couches, beds, their kids drawn on the wall. I mean, it's bad.
It's
but
your house, kids. Do whatever you want.
On the flip side, guys, this house is for sale. It just hit the market today. $199 cash. It rents for about $1,700, and I think it's a pretty good deal if you want to come in and be a landlord. The neighborhood has new construction in there. It's not bad. If you can put a renter in there at $1,700, I think you're doing pretty well.
And you already have offers, right?
Yeah, I put it up today, and I've already got an offer. We'll see if it goes through. You can see the roof's pretty short, but I mean, look at all that stuff, man. That is crazy.
How many times have you had squatters now? I know you've had a few here, and you also had it rented for a while, and it did really well, and then you've been trying to sell it, and it seems like there's someone in the neighborhood who keeps moving people in there.
Yeah, I think the issue is it was on the market, and then I took it off the market because I thought I had it sold, and it just never really gained any traction after that. So hopefully this time it'll go through, it'll sell, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's a great deal, honestly. I don't have the time to deal with it anymore. It's a headache that I don't want.
I get it.
So we got 6 people watching. We got 4 likes. I'm one of them.
We have 8 people watching.
We have 8 people watching. I still only see 4 likes. Come on.
Come on.
Where is everybody? This is our 50th bonanza.
Yeah, well,
we were going to go long.
we did a pretty bad job.
Answer all the questions.
Pretty
Pull
bad
people
job.
up live. Can we pull people up?
Guys, to the 8 people here, if you want to come up live, send me a message here.
Yeah,
on
put
the
your
thing,
questions in,
and
you
I'll
guys.
send you a link.
This thing, even though it's our 50th one and it's the bonanza,
To the first 50, we'll send 50 links.
we'll send you a link.
like
We'll bring
it.
you up live. We can have a discussion. It's very similar to what we would do
In our master
in our
classes
master
over
classes
at
through-
Apex.
through Apex. That's right.
What's Apex?
Oh, McKenna, what's Apex?
Apex is our school platform where we're doing deals in there. We have weekly master classes where we're talking about real estate. We've done 12 deals in Apex over the past 4 months, so it's pretty cool.
Well,
If you're
I've been
interested,
telling people
I
I'll
think
post
it's
the
more
link.
than that.
I thought it was 18.
I think it's more. And today I agreed to give Juan a hard money loan, so I'm looking for partners on that. If anybody wants to invest in a hard money loan, first mortgage position, $250,000 on something that's worth $450,000. Really nice apartment with an ocean view in Condado. Juan Perlon is a really good friend and real estate investor. We've done, I'd say, a couple dozen deals at this point with him. So if you're interested in that, we can pay 2 points and 12% interest, which is pretty good. Juan believes that he's got it sold. And then Ivan called. He's one of our go-to realtors. And he said, hey, I heard you're buying that thing with Juan and I've got a buyer for you. So I do think we're going to sell that one pretty quick too.
That's great.
So if anybody's interested in that, you can reach out to us for that. Alan has been calling everybody and trying to set up. Maybe it's going to be a syndication. Maybe it's just going to be an Act 182 deal. But we've got a building that's distressed, that's in the zone, that would work for Act 182 long-term housing. So we're doing that. What else? Tomorrow we're going to the foreclosure sale, and we're going with a couple of people that are already in Apex. So we've got a stack of checks and some cash, and we're going to go bid on 4 or 5 properties tomorrow at auction. Later this week, there's an auction that's live with Central Casa Subasta. It's busy, you guys.
We have a really exciting masterclass this week. Adriano, I saw you put a message in about Zoom calls. We do weekly Zoom calls on Thursdays. So if you're interested, check that out. But this week, we are bringing in a DSCR expert who has a lead on doing DSCRs on the island.
We are.
So he's going to do a presentation about working with him, how DSCR works, the info he needs to underwrite these, and to get you prepared to apply.
And he can do DSCR loans anywhere in the country. It's just exciting for us because we're in Puerto Rico, but to be able to do them in Puerto Rico is brand new to the island. Like, this is breaking news that this is a possibility. We've actually seen Alan has done one on the island. He's in Apex as well. And we are seeing now liquidity come to the island, which is phenomenal. Like, that is so cool. That is so great that a bunch of equity can be unlocked and people can go invest in more properties because they can finally pull their cash out. And I'm including myself in that, right? Like, we've done millions and millions of dollars worth of investments here on the island, and we like to hold things for a long time. So it means that we've got no borrowed money, all cash, 100% cash, basically.
Guys, just a little bit off topic. If you guys want to come up here live right now, send me a message, direct message on school, and I'll send you the link. That way we'll bring you up. You can ask your questions to Robert, McKenna, myself, because we're doing this because it's the 50th episode.
Oh,
and we want 50 likes. We want more than 50 likes, but it'd be nice to have 50 likes.
Yeah.
So don't waste this opportunity. Send me a direct message over on the Flip Flop Flipper School community, which is free. If you haven't joined, join it now. Send me a message. I'll send you a link. And there we go.
I've been trying to upload a short that I was going to put out
That
there
short
because it's
is
a
dead.
house hack. Don thinks my short's dead.
How was the meet and greet? Frank, if you weren't there, you missed out, man. It was awesome. It was better than we expected. There was, what, 38 members?
Yeah, 38 including us.
Yeah.
We filled the Greyhound, though.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We went over the time. We were 2 hours past when we thought we'd be done. But I think everyone there loved it. I know that as far as I'm concerned, I thought it was a huge success. Yep. I really enjoyed getting to meet everybody who came, and it was a group of like heavy hitting real estate investors, right? Like, everybody brought something to the table. I think it went way better than we could have ever expected. So we'll have to do that again sometime next year, and we'll plan it out even better. We learned some things along the way, guys. This was our first attempt at this.
Yeah.
I think out of that, think out of that, some deals are going to get done. I know that there are conversations that are being had, that I'm having conversations with people about doing deals with them, but also just other members having conversations with each other. And again, Alan's been calling everybody up and talking about this one deal that we're working on together.
Alan,
So
amazing.
he's a machine. He's amazing.
Yep.
I love it.
Hey, Laura wants to see the traffic over in Orlando.
Here you go. This is right outside my neighborhood.
Look at that
always
nice
crazy this
sunset.
time of day.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, headlong right into somebody. Pushing them
There
off
you
the
go.
road here.
Make sure it's a police officer you run into. We want the whole show.
That's right. I'm pulling into the
Traffic
neighborhood
is
now,
good in
guys.
Orlando right now, though. You're not in any traffic at all.
Frank, we'll see you there on the next one for sure.
Yeah, don't miss it.
It
Also,
was really
it says
good.
the
I
bus
was just blown away.
Bus tour was fire.
who said the bus was fire?
The bus was not on fire. It was fire.
The bus was fire. Who said?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Compramos tu casa, Puerto Rico.
Hey, you guys, if you really want to have a meetup, we are speaking on and going to, and I say we, McKenna, Adon, and myself, we're all going on the San Juan Social Club cruise. This will be my second year in a row that I'm going, and we've been invited to speak on the cruise. We're going to have a whole kind of group inside of the group. Last year there were 200 or 250 people there that were all entrepreneurial investors. You know, just what a great time. It was a really cool experience. And now fast forward this year in March, I think there's going to be over 500 of us inside of the group, and we want to have a group inside of the group that are real estate investors. So we'll send out an invite. I think I started to send out the invite. Did I? On the school groups? I think I made a post inside of school and put that out. There were some special Black Friday spaces available. I think they've sold out at this point. Last time I heard there were 2 available, but that was like yesterday, so that's probably gone. But anyways, there's still great deals to be had. There's we'd love to have you guys come and spend a week with us in the Caribbean, cruising around.
Yep.
Very, very experiential. We'll get to have meals together and go on tours together. Obviously you'll be able to network and meet other really great entrepreneurs and investors. But that's it. That would be something that if we could pack the ship with real estate investors, that would be really fun.
That would be amazing. And guys, again, send me a message, direct message on the Flip Flop Flipper school community, and I'll send you a link to come here live with us.
What if they're not on the Flip Flop Flipper community yet?
Then they better join.
So do they have a link?
And honestly, you should just skip that and go straight into Apex. But that's just my opinion.
Here's the link to join the free, and then
You can
I'm
send the
gonna be making
message
a post
there,
right
and
now too. And I'm sending out emails right now, trying to get some people on, and we're looking forward to your questions, guys. What's everybody doing this week with real estate? I know I'm dealing with squatters, and it's only Monday.
we're buying foreclosures this week, hopefully tomorrow.
But let us know what you guys are doing.
We've got a couple of closings that might happen before Christmas.
Let's talk about the fiveplex while we're at it.
Yeah, that was what I was saying tonight. Just seems to be about deals. We've got deals. So we have a 5-unit building in Rio Piedras, and we've been investing in Rio Piedras now for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 12-unit apartment building. Don and I have a 4-unit building that we just finished the renovation on, and it's for sale. We have another 4-unit building that we just finished the renovation on, and we actually have under contract. So that's the one that hopefully closes before Christmas. And then this 5-unit is right there next to these.
Yep.
And it needs a big renovation, but it can be a cash cow. It's perfect for a buy and hold, or it would work really well as a flip. So if anybody's interested in partnering up with us on something like that, let us know, and we'll put the information out there.
Laura asks, how long is the closing process in PR? Could be up to 60 days. No?
Laura, it's
90.
just
Is it 90?
forever. So like if it's a cash deal, a quick cash deal, probably 30 to 45 days if it's a fast cash deal. If they're getting a bank loan, there's almost no chance that they're going to get it done in 45 days. Probably a fast deal would be 60 days, and it's not uncommon for it to be 90 or 120 days.
It's not even uncommon to think that the deal's dead, get another offer, and then the deal comes back alive.
Yeah, that's not. This is true. I mean, you're just waiting and waiting and waiting for at every step of the way, right? You're waiting for title, takes much longer than we think it should. You're waiting for the bank approval, takes much longer than it should. Once you have bank approval, you're now waiting for the bank to say, okay, we can fund the deal, and it takes way longer than we should. And oh, by the way, this time of year, and this wasn't part of the question, Laura, but it's Christmas time. So we had Thanksgiving last Thursday, and Christmas started Thursday night. And so basically that means nothing can get done for the rest of the year. And it's over. Everybody goes on vacation, and we celebrate Christmas from Black Friday to what, the 20th of January?
From the night of the 27th.
From the night of Thanksgiving all the way
2nd.
To February 2nd.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the longest Christmas in the world, right? And we celebrate. So it's a fun time of year, but it's hard to get stuff done.
Hey guys, if you want to come onto the live stream, I just posted a link in school. Click that link and it'll bring you up here into StreamYard. It's in the free account, so be on the lookout for that. The link for that's here. Join. You can be on here in 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 seconds.
30 seconds if you're quick enough.
Who's fastest?
Yeah.
It's a race.
It's faster than a closing hair. That's for sure.
Definitely faster than a closing hair.
Miguel, the thing.
From your experience, guys, what's the least amount of money required to make the first creative deal, subject to or similar? I just bought one, Miguel. It was $5,000 down to the seller plus closing costs. So I ended up, it was like $12,000 out of pocket. But I went and got an investor who paid me to do it. So I really have zero out of pocket. But if I wanted to own 100% of it, I could have done it with $12,000 and owned a subject to house.
But when you're doing creative, though, you don't. I mean, the least amount. It's about how creative you can get and what's the deal you can make with the seller. Mm-hmm. We've done them with absolutely zero out of pocket. McKenna got an investor and he gave up half of the deal, but you actually have better than zero out of pocket. You have zero out of pocket and a big chunk of money in your bank account.
Yeah, no, it was a good deal. It was a very good deal,
and really a good deal for the investor.
Absolutely,
I know that it was a good deal for the investor because I thought about doing it.
Yeah, they're making 20% and it's already rented. You know, the risk is what, that you just have to hold the house for 5 years, and all
the risk is that Joe Biden hits the button on his way out.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see he pardoned his son?
Yeah, that's not.
We talked about it.
That's good. I'd have pardoned him too. It's Christmas, you know. What are you gonna do? Have the guy there?
Yeah, you can't let your son
all gloomy and stuff, and he has to go smoke crack to keep his spirits up. At least this way, he knows he's gonna have a good Christmas. So good for
my wife just asked, when's Joe gonna pardon our student loans?
Yeah,
yeah, for real. I'm still waiting on that one.
I know, that'll be great.
Yeah, it would. I don't plan on paying it. That's for sure.
No, I'm never gonna pay.
Yeah, but that was the least surprising thing Joe's ever done.
Yes.
Well, he gifted his family something. He should give us something.
I honestly can't blame him, right? Like, you got a criminal son and you're the president, you pardon him.
I love you, my boy.
If only he could pardon him for future crimes.
No, that's exactly. It's like it's a one and done deal. It's over. So will it be hard to look at places during the month of December? No, you can still go look at places. Places is not the issue. It's governments dealing with people, you know, like, hey, I need a lawyer. Well, the lawyer's gone from now to February 2nd. So
yeah, you just don't see a lot get done.
Oh my God.
At Christmas time.
I'm trying to get contractors to finish a project that should take
But
a
I'll
week.
tell you what, though. My whole life, December has pretty much been a good time to buy things, a terrible time to sell things, and it's a great time for a real estate investor to go on vacation because people are focused on having Christmas and not really focused on buying houses. So I like to buy in December because no one else is buying, and then get things renovated and selling them in the springtime when you should be selling houses.
Yep.
So, although we're trying real hard to have a closing here on the island of Puerto Rico.
I'm trying to
before
sell
Christmas.
everything on December.
Yeah.
So, Andrino, I sent you that link, man. You can come up, ask your questions, hang out with us for a while. Anybody that's just came on, if you want to join us here live right now, send me a link over at the Flip Flop Flipper. Direct message me. Just get a hold of me over on school, and I'll send you the link right now.
I also made a post about it, guys, so you should be able to see it.
Where's that post? I'll put the link there. Anybody can just chime in.
Yes, I'll put a link to the post. Good idea.
Where's the post? You put it on Flip Flop Flipper?
On the Flip Flop Flipper, yeah.
Oh, there you go. You put the thing.
Yep.
The thing is there. You guys can openly just click that link, jump in, ask questions. If not, we're just gonna keep talking.
You can say hi.
We can talk about the political field.
Hey, any of you guys have XRP or any other crypto? Let us know here.
Yeah, who's got the hot lead on the next crypto? I am crushing it with XRP, which I have owned for a long time, and then this one called HBAR. HBAR is the best story ever because I bought originally $1,000 worth of HBAR because a guy at church told me to do it.
I was at the restaurant when that happened,
and I was like, all right, it's good enough for me. I'll do it. Yep. And then over a long period of time and it doing absolutely nothing, I studied it and I became convinced that it was going to have a bull run. And lo and behold, I thank you, Brady Hartman, for telling me about HBAR. I called him up today. I was like, I owe you lunch. I'm killing it with this. Thank you so much.
We've got people here in the waiting room. Guys, make sure your camera are on so we can bring you up.
Camera and mic's on, and we'll bring you up.
Yep.
Yeah, unmute yourself. Camera and mic on.
Manuel's there. Let's bring him on.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good.
Doing well.
Thanks for coming on. Happy 50th stream.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Felicidades.
How you guys doing?
We are well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What you guys been talking about? I just joined, so I'm not sure.
Talk about anything you want to talk about.
Well,
yeah. So we've been talking about some deals that we've got coming up and how slow things are going to move at Christmas time on the island of Puerto Rico. If you're in construction or if you're trying to buy or sell real estate, everything grinds to a halt for the next 2 months. But hey, we're gonna have a party, so that's fun.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I've been dealing with some squatters today.
It's just Christmas.
Oh, I thought you mean like at your house.
Oh yeah, and McKenna's had squatters in Florida.
Yep. So.
Oh wow, that's gotta be tough.
I
mean, says you're a wholesaler, Manuel. Where?
Where do you wholesale, Manuel?
So I'm mainly wholesale in the island, at least right now. I've tried doing it outside of here, but it's harder because you can't meet people. But I've been getting deals in here.
Well, I would say add us to your buyers list, and
yeah,
we're interested in looking at deals. We always like to look at deals. And then,
right now I'm working with Align. Actually, Robert is gonna go look at the property tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
With Alan. Oh,
yeah.
This is Emmanuel then.
Yeah. That property you're looking at tomorrow is.
I'm sorry, Emmanuel. I can't see that far, so I didn't know that it was you.
Yeah.
That's cool. It looks like a really good deal, and it's creative deal. This is
that's
what we've been talking about.
How did you find that deal?
Deals.
Yeah, honestly, I think that deal I ended up finding it through Facebook Marketplace, because Zillow, because I usually find my deals through Zillow, but since Zillow is not something that's used as much here in the island, I usually just go on Marketplace and filter by oldest, and then just look at properties that are on there.
And you want to quickly tell us about the deal? Do we lose him?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can hear you now.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like a good deal. So I really hope you guys like it.
And it's in
Give us the
it's in
numbers.
Levittown. It's in the Levittown area.
It's in Tua Baja, yeah, around that area, yeah.
Around that area.
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
it'll work for Act 182 or for Tourism Act 60?
So that one specifically, I'm not sure. I think Alan was mentioning about the Tourism Act, which could work. I'm not sure because honestly, I haven't done it before.
Mhm.
But the other one that we had was in Aguada, which was around that same. It was a fixer upper. He told me he was gonna look at it with you too. It's like a 6 unit, 7 unit. And I'm pretty sure that one could probably be for the tourism one.
Yeah, I saw it on paper. I didn't make it to Aguada. We had Thanksgiving, so otherwise.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, I just been looking for properties. I mean, like you said, right now it's getting pretty slow.
It's a good time to be a buyer. It's a good time to contract things. And if you're going to wholesale things, I would suggest that you give yourself contract them and then give yourself a long enough inspection period that you're able to get out of the contract if you can't sell it. But
yeah,
you don't want to promise that you can close in a week or two. It just isn't going to happen. It's really never going to happen, but it's definitely not going to happen this time of year.
Yeah, usually usually with creative deals, so whether it's seller financed or hybrids, I like to give like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because 30 days is usually the rule of thumb, but sellers get impatient. So
Yeah.
sometimes 30 days is too much. So
I think, Emmanuel, when you're a wholesaler, in a few days if you have a good deal. Really.
Yeah.
I believe you do. Like if you call up everybody who's on your buyers list and nobody's interested a few days in, you probably don't have a good enough deal, right? Like
yeah.
And it's better, I think, once you've figured it out that it's not going to work, cut your losses, give it back to them. Don't drag it out, I guess is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe go back.
Yeah,
and
move on quickly.
Move on quickly. That's right. Yeah.
Wholesaling
is a numbers game.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. Because you don't want to spend a lot of time on something that it's not gonna work.
How many deals are you closing a month? And how long
So
have you been
honestly,
doing it?
I just started this month, so I haven't closed anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, I'm closing in on this one with Robert. And there's the other one which Alan was interested. So I'm not sure if because the seller ended up accepting the offer that he made. So we might close on that one too.
In Aguada?
Nice.
Yeah, he made an offer. So he had a loan with the other owner, and so he wanted to assume that loan and then just give him I think it's 103 on top, and remodel it and do whatever he was going to do with it. So he accepted,
subject to an existing loan and pay 100,000 in cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Because originally he wanted to do a seller finance, but then the seller wanted to do interest, and he wanted like 50K on top of what he's asking right now. So it wasn't gonna make sense. It was too much. But yeah, he ended up accepting the offer that Alan made. So I'm not sure if he's gonna end up going through with it, but it looks good. So I might be closing in on 2 this month, knock on wood. So
is Alan here? Is he watching tonight?
I don't know. Alan, are you here?
Let us know.
I don't know why he's not here.
People, guys, hey, and hit that like button for us. It's the 50th show. We're trying to get to 50 likes.
Emmanuel,
really for us.
so we're gonna move on to some other guys that are here. But before you go, why don't you give the people your info so that way they can get in contact, get on your buyers list, and hopefully, get some more deals going. Pretty exciting. You got 2 deals in the pipeline. That's good.
Well, Emmanuel, are you in our school group?
I am in the Flipper and the Apex too.
Perfect. I'm gonna put a link to your profile too, so people can direct message you.
Yeah,
Sweet.
perfect. You guys said you were buying. I got Robert's number, so you could text me, so I could add you to my buyers list, and send you properties that I might have.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Thank you. You guys have a good
Emmanuel,
night.
I'll be back at it hard when I get back to the island after Christmas. So
February 2nd.
I'm gonna after February. Wow, maybe even before. But I'm gonna leave for a month. We're gonna go on a cruise for a little while.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I know
Gonna go buy
you
real
told me
estate
you
in
were
Dubai.
leaving.
Wherever I go, there I
Yeah.
am.
Hey, if you're going to Africa, you gotta beat the Chinese over there.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
be
yeah.
the Chinese.
Those
are
guys
there.
are.
Hey man, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, Emmanuel. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll check out that deal.
Don't
Yeah,
miss
all right.
Thursday. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. All right.
All right, man. Don't leave us. But
Yeah, if you want, you can hang out there
just
and
hang out. And
Yeah,
I think
no
we got
worries.
a couple other people who had questions, so we want to get to them. And if you got questions, you pop back up. So
Yeah, no problem.
all right.
Perfect.
Who's
Hey
up
guys, if
next?
you want to come on to unblock your
Unmute
camera.
yourself and turn on your cameras, please.
Well, those are those guys, but just to let the other people that are joining us right now on school, McKenna put a post with the live link to join us here and ask your questions and hang out with us and talk about anything you want to talk about. And it's also here in the chat. So don't miss out. It's the 50th. We're doing this. We'll only do this every 50 episodes. So join us now.
That's right. We'd love for you guys to come up and celebrate. We want to get to know everyone that shows up every week. But yeah, let us know.
Andrino, you're live, but we need your camera on. We can't see your face.
For some reason, I can't get the camera going.
How are you tonight? How's
Great.
everything?
Great, man. It's been, this is lagging behind for a while.
Is it?
I've been wanting to, get on for a while because this thing by communicating and seeing each other is where you get the feel for the, this is where you get the real feel.
Yeah, I like the face-to-face a lot better because it's a lot more conversational. And if you watch the Monday Night Lives, sometimes we struggle with interpretation of what the question is. So it's nice to hear a question, and then if we have a question back, we can talk about it. Did we lose you?
He's back.
I don't know what camera.
There you are. You're back.
The camera's not some odd reason is not.
When you go into the settings, it should give you a bunch of camera settings. You should be able to choose your if it's on your phone or if you're using a separate camera on your computer. But Jason's there while Andrino figures that out. Let's bring Jason up. He figured out the camera. There we go.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Jason.
What's going on, Jason?
Oh, not much. Thanks for taking me on here.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm new kind of to your program here. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about your program, but I actually have some questions that maybe you can help with. I'm located in Canada, so I'm not sure. It might be a little different. I assume you're from the United States. We're looking at doing now a conversion of duplex to a sixplex, basically, or we're looking for homes that meet a certain criteria for converting duplexes into sixplexes. So we're looking for things like a legal duplex with maybe a basement that's over 7 feet high, and that could be finished into an apartment, with a floor plan that's a square footage for each floor to be around 12 to 1,500, so we can get some good size units.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're just looking for criteria for that, and kind of anybody who has experience in doing that kind of thing, because it's probably like that in a lot of states right now, but it's very, very difficult here to get market value is so crazy right now with the housing crisis and stuff that you need to do you need to really do a sophisticated approach to get lift. And we're figuring
what's the why 6? Why stop at 6 or
100%. Yeah. So we're not set on 6. We're not. Yeah. So plus minus. Looking for lift in a tough environment where it's hard to find, even rents don't match up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us on the duplex, what price point do you have to buy at? How many square feet would the duplex be? And then what kind of rents can you expect on the smaller units when you subdivide?
We're looking at a duplex now. It's eight, or actually they're asking 990,000 Canadian. So, and that's like 1960s duplex. It's about 3,500 square feet, excluding the basement, I think. But so we're looking to put about 600,000 into it. So it'd be like a 1.6 million dollar investment, and hoping for lift of I don't know, 300-400 grand based on comparables.
So you'll sell it for hopefully 1.9 or 2 million.
Sorry,
you're going to sell at 1.9 to 2 million.
Actually, the idea is kind of we're gonna stay with it. We're gonna keep it as and rent it out. And I think average. So we're probably looking to put a 2-bedroom, like 3 floors, a 2-bedroom and a 1-bedroom on each floor, and it's about $1,900 a month for a 1-bedroom here, and about average, and then about $2,200 a month for each 2-bedroom.
Wow. Okay.
And you're planning to pay cash for all of those?
Yeah, but leveraged cash. Yeah, exactly. Leveraged off of other properties.
So like pull a HELOC off of another property that's got equity and use it that, or something along those lines. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, so listen, that's what we love to do. Value add investing is our kind of, I don't know if you call it claim to fame, because I don't think we're famous, but that's what we do. We invest in the way that you're talking about and look for the same thing. We look at a property and try and buy it at a use case that's down here, hopefully. And then do the value add and rise up the valuations. And we believe that if you buy and hold and can get great cash flow and keep things for a long time, you're going to hit a home run every time. So what kind of questions do you have about going through that? And we've probably done more of that over the last 7 years than almost anything else. I mean, that's really our preferred way to invest. Houses a lot cheaper on the island of Puerto Rico and way more available, but still it's the exact same concept.
It's funny because here in Canada, the word on the street to real estate investors in Ontario, Ottawa area where I'm from, is buy in the United States. Buy, like a lot of investors are in Florida right now.
That's where I am. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the prices here don't make sense half the time, so that's why the Burr type plan / trying to meld a lot of different approaches together to try to make the numbers make sense. But the kind of questions I'm kind of looking for is that what type of criteria do you think would make an excellent conversion project where you're trying to maximize the number of units kind of thing and gain as much lift as you can? Like for us, we're looking for zoning. One of the cool things in Canada now, because of the housing crisis, they just maximize they're uplifting all of the zoning for higher density. So now we can put more units on the same plot of land, if you know what I mean.
Is it easy for you to get power meters and water meters, or are you just going to pay as the landlord?
100% looking for as much metered utilities as possible. Water, electricity. Sometimes the water here is tough if the units aren't side by side, but yeah, if not, throw a flat rate in there for between all of the units, if you know what I mean, if we can, for whenever we can.
We've done a lot of less meters than units, and so when we're in that situation, we just pay for it, and you get hopefully higher rents.
Okay.
Asking about the criteria that you're looking for, I think as long as you can give a as long as you can give a unit that's good enough that the market would pay market rents, right? That's what we would look for. Is I like the 3,500 square feet for 2 units can certainly be made into more units. Those are giant units. That's 1,500-1,600 square feet per unit, and then you have a basement that you can convert as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
I could see easily how with 3,500 square feet plus another probably 1,000 square feet for a basement, you could get 5 or 6 units in it. That's what we would look for. The same thing you're looking at. We would be looking for that. Only one time have we ever taken a multifamily and turned it into a single family. Usually we do what you're doing, and we take a small multifamily and turn it into a more units. Bigger.
Okay, so that's interesting. Actually, is there a certain, like, so you would look for the same type of criterion? I guess how many additional units you're able to convert into depends on the deal, the property itself, huh?
Yeah, how it's laid out, what the zoning is. It's
do you do a minimum? Is there a minimum square footage you would say for an apartment, a 2-bedroom or something? Or I guess.
Yeah, I think you'd want to have I mean, there probably is a minimum in your area.
Yeah.
People will rent and not think much about it here as long as your unit is 500 square feet or more, right? So if you start to get under that, 500-600 square feet, you have a very small place. So I imagine in Canada, it's probably the same, and maybe even you may need bigger units.
Exactly. We're kind of looking at, for a 1-bedroom, like 520 being kind of the minimum.
Yeah. That's about what we're looking at. And a 2-bedroom, maybe even a 3-bedroom can be done in 800 square feet, 800 square feet.
Nice.
A 2-bedroom apartment that's 750 square feet can be quite comfortable. So,
hey guys, I just made a quick spreadsheet based on the numbers you were saying, Jason. I have a lot of guesses and estimates in here, so you can probably pick this apart and be like, this is completely wrong. But
want to show it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up here.
How many have you done, Jason?
We actually are this is our first one. We just done an STR, a dedicated STR, and that's kind of stabilized now. So we're just going to try this out.
So with the conversion and the numbers you're talking about, I have, just guessing, 300,000 in cash and a loan of 1.2 million at 7%, which is, I think, something I could do in the States.
Zoom in, McKenna.
Zoom in. All
right. Yeah, your spreadsheet's very small. There you go.
And a lot of this is guesses, like I said. That has me pulling after debt service an NOI of $500 a month. So you're in the positive, but your return on the 300,000, I'm calculating it only at 2%. And then if you're selling at a 7 cap, which do you know what they sell at in Canada, like these multi-unit buildings?
The one we're looking at is 980. They vary. It depends on a lot of factors. This one, given the area, 980,000.
I would try and find out if they sell at a cap rate on the duplexes are usually based more on comps, but then as you increase in units, you get more into a cap rate where, it's bigger investors buying it, and they'll just buy based on the cap rate. I did 7%, and that would put my valuation at 1.3 million. I think I don't know if they were selling at 4%, you're making a lot of money. In my experience, have not seen those multi-units sell at 4%. I think that 7% is maybe more typical. Is that what you see, Robert?
Yeah,
he's doing the math.
I was doing the math. If you're at 12,000 a month, at a 7 cap,
so okay,
I'd put it at 2 million if you could net 12,000 a month on your 6 units. It sounded like you could, because if you have bigger units, they rent for a little bit more than 2,000, but you're gonna have taxes and insurance and that kind of stuff. So I have it. I'd value it a little higher than you, McKenna. But again, you're right. We're guessing. We're completely guessing.
But you're close. I mean, we were estimating anywhere between $9,400 a month to 11,000 and change a month, given rents in that area specifically.
Okay.
And about 30%, like the expenses being about 30% of the annual income there.
Yeah, that's what I've got there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's it.
And then these rents I just totally made up. But yeah, that if I bumped it to 12,000, not including expenses, you're at that $2 million on a 7 cap. If you include a 30% expense ratio, it brings you way down. I don't think that math is right.
You know, who are you selling to, and really are you?
Good point. Like I say, that's we weren't looking at selling. We were looking at buying and holding. So to rent the units out actually, and that's why really want to make sure we in order to get the lift as part of the strategy and make the deal on the buy. Like I just threw I don't know if you guys could give me your opinion on it, but I just threw a link in the chat of the actual building itself.
Yeah, pull it up. McKenna.
Yeah, if you don't mind, get your because like they're like it's probably the same for you. Did they say you're saying is do you say you make your money on the acquisition? Like
You make your money when you buy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So in this case, we would not do 980,000. We would probably like do 800 max if they take it. But it's been on the market for 60 days, so
It's a good looking house.
Yeah.
not bad.
Really good looking house.
And how's the zoning in Canada? Will they let you do yeah, I get you said they just upped the
Yeah, they
zoning.
uplifted all of the zoning in Ottawa here. So like this is zoned here for I believe 10 or more units. It's
So
an
you would tear
architect.
down that house and create 6 units, or are you making it?
Well,
You divide that house up, chop it up.
yeah, we just bring it back to the studs, basically. Just go in and take it back to the studs. Look at where the load-bearing walls are, and then get an architect to kind of design the floor to maximize the floor space.
What about? Do I see a 2-car garage there? Is that an extra square footage that you can turn into a unit too?
You know what? I was thinking that it's a single. It's only 300 square feet, that garage, so maybe more of a single car garage. But good. We were actually looking at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I like the play. You know, this is exactly how we invest, and that's
Oh yeah, cool.
that's we've got a ton of content out there. So,
Okay.
how did you find us tonight?
I found you a while ago. I think it was probably just an advertising on Facebook, maybe. I'm
Okay.
not sure. I'm a part of a lot of different groups there, so no, it caught my attention. I appreciate your time, by the way, too. That's awesome.
No, we appreciate you. Are you part of the Flip Flop Flipper community?
No, not yet, but I'll check it out for sure.
The link is
Send
in.
me the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I
Cool.
send you a link?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You could send it to him directly here on StreamYard, I think.
Okay. And I'd say too, Jason, once you get firm numbers, let us know. We're happy to look at them again when you have real numbers. And
Awesome.
I would be concerned on the ROI on this if my pretend numbers are right. But
Jason, when you say we are buying it,
believe.
we, you and your wife?
Exactly. Yeah.
And how are you acquiring? You're going to get a loan, or you're going to use cash?
They have a new program now for real estate investors in Canada where they give you you can get lower down payments and longer amortization. Like, believe it or not, they're offering, depending on the points. So you can there's a special insured loan that will give you so many points for accessibility, so many points for efficiency, like and then so many points for affordability, like market rents and stuff like that. And based on that, you can get mortgages with as little as 5% down and up to 50 years amortization.
And what kind of interest rate?
Because it's insured, you can actually get market like really good, like 4.33 now is the.
Now you're talking. Now you're really talking, right? So you can you can make your monthly payment just, instead of McKenna, what you're showing is $500 or $600 a month. He's going to be probably double or triple that.
okay.
Does that sound right?
Double or triple on the
your net revenue after you pay your expenses, and if you're borrowing at 4.5% over 50 years, your interest payments are going to be lower than McKenna. I think you were calculating at a 7% interest rate, right, McKenna?
I was.
And probably a 30-year amortization. So it's going to be way better.
I was
your
doing
cash flow.
7% interest only.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much better.
No?
than the AM.
I don't know what 50-year amortization loans look like. I've never run those numbers, but I think it's got to be pretty good.
you would think so.
Brings the numbers. I mean, it sounds insane to have a 50-year mortgage, but I mean, as little money as we have to keep in it, the better, because it allows us to do another one if it works.
Yeah, your cash on cash return can be quite good because you're only having to put 5 or 6% down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Jason, we'd love to hear more when you get real numbers, and we'd love to see it again and talk to you again. So let us
Jason,
know.
Okay.
Thank you for coming up, guys. We have people piling up here.
All right,
on the live, so we're gonna bring
guys.
Andrino next, and then
thanks, Jason. Good talking to you. Nice to meet
just
you.
remember, guys,
Thank
we'll
you.
get to everybody.
Frank, I'll pull you up now.
All right, cool.
We're gonna pull up Frank. Pull up Frank.
Hey, Frank.
How you doing, guys?
Doing well, man. How are you?
So far, so good. I'm trying to get relaxed right now, but I ended up popping up to your live feed. So definitely enjoying the information you guys are giving.
Thanks a lot.
Well, it's your time, Frank.
So what's up? What's my time? Right now, we're at 6:22. I'm in Jersey.
Oh, you're in
what's up.
Jersey. Okay.
Yeah,
We're an hour ahead of you.
I do
Yeah.
not envy you. That cold is not.
Everything here is
once, so I
ridiculous.
never need to go again.
Don't worry about it. I live here. I don't advise anybody to come here.
What kind of real estate do you do there? Or
I don't do any. I don't do any real estate just yet. I'm actually a beginner. I'm trying to do this. I was trying to look into real estate over here, but I ended up seeing that it's very expensive to do that over here. So that's why I ended up looking in Puerto Rico. I was there in January, and I was seeing a lot of properties for sale. I ended up giving a bunch of them a call and saw the prices. So I hopped on Zillow over there. So I just started getting a little bit more attracted on that type of real estate over there. So that's why I'm here. I'm more trying to figure out, as a beginner, what type of advice you would give me to start over there in Puerto Rico.
What kind of investing like are you attracted to? Are you like Jason? Are you looking for the value add stuff and buy and hold, or are you looking for a fix and flip? What kind of income are you looking to get? Do you want chunks of money, or do you want hopefully eventually passive income?
Right now, I'm definitely looking for buy and hold and probably value add on the property.
Nice.
That's what I'm actually looking for, because I've been looking at multifamily. I noticed in Puerto Rico, a lot of people are not looking into multifamily, which is crazy. And it's very priced well versus over here in Jersey.
Oh my
Flat
gosh.
out.
Yeah, I mean, and the same with Jason. Like, he's buying a duplex for $900 or $1 million in Jersey. I suspect that it's similar, right?
There's a town probably close to me. There's a duplex, and I'm looking at almost $900,000 right there itself as a duplex.
Yeah, we're going to a foreclosure sale tomorrow, and opening bid on the duplex that we're going to be looking at that we'd really like to buy is like $80,000. And if we can buy it for between like 80 and 150, it's just a no-brainer, right? If it was on market, we'd probably pay 175, 180 even for it. But because it's at the foreclosure sale, we think we can get it better. So your money's going to go a lot further here. The rents aren't as high, like Jason was saying, rents were for a one bedroom, like almost $2,000 a month. A one bedroom is going to rent here on the island for $600 a month, $650 maybe.
It depends.
I mean,
on the beach,
of course,
on the beach,
the beach doesn't count.
Well,
you can't buy a duplex on the beach for $80,000 either. So that I'm kind of talking.
You can buy
working
one
class
bedroom
houses
for 80,000. No, not even.
No
studio.
Yeah,
a one bedroom now is 350,000.
Yeah.
Oof.
By the beach.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy
It's gone crazy here. The prices are crazy, and they're a third of what they are in Jersey.
Yeah.
But that, you're looking at the right stuff, right? Like that. You're right. Long-term housing play. The more units you can get, the better it is going to be for you. And then I don't know if you're familiar with yet something called Act 182, But Act
But yeah,
182 is going to incentivize you to buy those multifamily properties, or even buy buildings that weren't necessarily ever housing and turn them into long-term housing, as long as you have 7 units or more. That's why I asked Jason a minute ago why he was saying 6, but in Puerto Rico, the number for us that's really attractive is 7 or more. So that's one of the ways that we plan to invest over the next year or two. And it's a very short window. Like you have to get your 182 not approved but submitted before December of next year. So it's a really short window. But I think that's a very, very attractive way to invest. And
the question I got, if let's say if I do I need to buy the property already to go to 182, or should I just submit it before I buy it?
No, you gotta buy it.
You want to contract it. So you want to contract it. And actually, we're going to do, probably after this YouTube live, I'm going to do another video specifically about Act 182 and how the local population here can be using Act 182 to help solve the housing crisis. So be on the lookout for that. But you want to contract it first and then submit for your Act 182 project. A couple of other things. It has to be inside of the urbanization. So this is not rural. And it's mapped out by Vivienda. So you want to be specifically inside of the zone in the map, and then you want to have it under contract and then submit your deal to DDEC. And so there are hoops that you have to jump through. I'm not telling you this is easy. Like this isn't I'm not even sure it's a sure thing. It's a significant investment in an urban area, 7 units or more, and you get a whole bunch of goodies for it. So be on the lookout for that video, but we'll kind of deep dive a little bit into that.
And that's another thing I was looking at in Puerto Rico, that I see there's a lot of opportunities for us to actually invest into Puerto Rico. And I like the way you imply it, is basically making the island better and giving the opportunity for the people from the island to have affordable housing, like you say. And then that's something definitely.
And you have ties to the island?
Yes, I am. I'm Puerto Rican, but I was born here in Jersey. But yes, I do have family over there
that's from here or still here.
Yes, I do have family.
It's like obviously I just showed up here 7 years ago, so I don't really have, now I have ties to the island because we've been living here for 7 years. But for people like yourself that have family and your culture, and I just can't imagine that there's ever been a better time in your lifetime than right now to be investing on the island. There's like nothing but green fields ahead and and blue skies, and it's paradise. and then oh, by the way, Puerto Rico wants to let you get wealthy because you're going to solve problems as a real estate investor. So I think it's just magnificent time to be thinking about providing housing to the local population.
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing too that I was actually thinking about too was Airbnb, but I think that's a little bit flooded in the island right now, closer to the beach areas. I see it everywhere. And I don't think it
still works, right? Your money's still going to go 2-3 times as far as it would back in Jersey. And
yes,
the money can be great, but I tend to agree with you. I think there right now is a bit of a saturation with Airbnb specifically. Like everybody and their brother has thought, oh, let's turn it into an Airbnb. Like I think there are probably hundreds or maybe even thousands of properties that are Airbnbs that shouldn't be Airbnbs. And there's nothing special about them, right?
Yeah.
If you're not on the ocean in a tourist area, even if you're like on the ocean in a place where no one's ever going to go, I don't see Airbnb as super profitable.
And unless you plan on moving here and running it, yourself for now, it's going to be very expensive and very difficult to try to do it from another country. Like if you don't have your systems here.
But now long-term rents,
you
can do that from anywhere. And I would say the one thing that we would love to see is a really good property manager to come to the island. Like I'm always telling contractors, come, you're going to make a fortune. I haven't said this very much, but if you run a property management business somewhere and you bring good systems to the island of Puerto Rico, you're going to be a super popular person. We tried a few times to hire third-party property management on the island, and it just didn't go well for us. So we manage all of our portfolio. But I would love to be able to offload that to someone who
Yeah,
brings
and
their own company.
you're not the only one that says that. I hear that a lot from real estate agents and people that have property over there. Also, my family has some property over there also, and they see the same thing, and it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And it makes me think, should I end up making the next move is to try to make something like a management company to help people out there in Puerto Rico, the investors, and that will probably make me.
I think it's a really good business. Like if you can make it work. We can't hear you, McKenna.
You just need to be on top of it. You got to be type A and ready to put in the work and stay on top of those little tasks. That's where I feel like it falls off. Just things get swept under the rug and they get forgotten, and then it's 3 months later and the property's still not rented. And
Are you thinking of moving?
No, I wish I could. I got a family over here. They don't want to move to Puerto Rico. I do, but they don't.
Well, there may be a time in the future where they will want to, right?
Yeah, and not only that is that, like you said, I want to do this for the long term, not only for me, for my family, for my kids in the future. If anything bound to happen to me, which it will, who knows, in the long term, but at least I leave something for them, so they know they're covered for the rest of their lives. And not only that, if they want to take over after I'm gone, or if they want to take over while I'm still here, I'm more than welcome to teach them how to do this also.
Yeah, hopefully you do teach them, and that's how you build generational wealth. I mean,
Look, he taught Robert taught McKenna. Robert taught me. Robert taught his daughter, even though she doesn't want to learn.
Yeah,
and she's gonna do it. Everybody's gonna do it. Everybody here on this call is doing it.
Yeah.
So
and really coming into this, I'm at school. I do the free. And I'm so surprised how many people are actually thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I thought I was alone, but this is actually very popular, and a lot of people are trying to do the same steps that I am, which I'm pretty happy.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right.
Thanks for coming in and talking to us on our 50th live.
Definitely.
This is cool.
And next time, and once you get to the next meet and greet, hopefully everything goes well, that I can come down to the meet and greet. I definitely want to meet you guys in person.
Do not miss it, Frank.
I cannot. I missed it this time because we were close to the holidays. That's why.
Yeah, we didn't plan that out properly, right? We just kind of, it started out as, hey, let's have coffee and we'll jump in the car, and then it ended up as 40 people on the island, and we had to rent a Greyhound bus.
Yeah,
U-Haul. We had to put everybody in the back of a U-Haul. No, we rented a Greyhound bus.
Yeah, that was great.
Sometimes my mind doesn't work right and the words don't come out.
That's everybody.
Just did what the Democrats said. Get in the U-Haul.
Get in the U-Haul.
Go into a new house.
I've got a 50th episode extravaganza surprise. Ronald, my contractor, is here, and he's at one of our properties right now, and he wanted to FaceTime me on here and show me the progress. So I'm going to bring him up here on the stream to see where we're at.
Right? Yeah.
Ronald, I'm going to bring you up now, okay?
All right, guys.
Frank.
Hey, Ronald.
Hey, bro. How are you?
I'm well, man. How are you?
My English is no good, okay?
Your English is muy bueno.
This moment in the house de McKenna, okay?
This is the house, guys, where my wall fell off. Ronald came in and the entire wall was gone.
Shows the walls.
Wait, the house with the hoarder today, McKenna, or this is 25th Street?
This is 24th Street.
24th Street.
Yeah.
Enseñanos la casa.
Voy. Ale, ponme aquí la lámpara ahí, la luz. Voy.
We need the light. La luz.
That's what it said.
La luz.
La luz.
Aquí le hicimos framing.
So they came in here recently too, guys. They stole all of our power, our cables.
They stole?
Yeah, they took our copper wires, cut them in half.
God.
This has been a challenging property.
Oh.
Aquí la casa estaba caída completa.
The house
framing,
was
ventanas.
completely on the floor. Yeah. He did frames. He did the windows.
They rebuilt the house completely.
Sí. Se le puso metal a todas las ventanas, a todo el framing. Ya se hizo la
Oye,
electricidad.
¿quién se robó el cobre? Él está diciendo que se robaron los cables de electricidad
Unos
ahí.
negros. Unos
Y
negros
ya.
se metieron aquí. Sí,
No
y se
jodas.
cortaron los cables. Que volvió a hacer la electricidad. Mira, cables cortados. La plomería la rompieron.
Ay,
Ya,
ay,
bro.
ay.
¿Y cómo se
Hay que
metieron
volver a
ahí?
hacer.
¿No tienen seguro en la casa?
Sí, pero reventaron, mira.
Coño.
Sí, reventaron.
So guys,
Tuve que
this is part of the fun when you get into doing these properties. You gotta bob and weave, and people try and stop you, and you just gotta move forward. It's tough. I don't want to tell you the exact location of the house because people will move in here. But this is in Orlando, Florida. It had some really bad termite damage. I purchased it for $40,000, and it's been one of the longest renovations of my life just because we're going through a permit process, and it's tough. This is in Florida. Principles of increase.
Acá está todo.
Anyways,
Ya
Ronald,
listo.
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
When will you be finished, Ronald?
¿Cuánto tú crees que termina?
Coño, cuando pasen las inspecciones, todavía no han venido las inspecciones.
¿Qué tú crees? ¿Que va a ser algo rápido una vez que tenga los permisos?
No, sí, en lo que estén los permisos, en 3 semanas está lista la casa. Aquí lo que falta es framing, el piso que es laminado y la cerámica del baño. El resto todo es rápido.
Perfecto.
Ya está un 60%, ya están hasta. Tengo que
Don,
volver a
how
tirar el
long will it
cable.
be? What do you say?
He said once you get the permits, he'll move pretty fast.
Yeah. The
He's like,
permits are a nightmare,
as long as
guys.
they don't keep breaking in.
Yep.
Robert-
But Tate's on
Robert y
it. We're going to
McKenna
get
saben-
permits soon.
Robert y Vaquera
¿Cómo fue?
saben que yo trabajo rápido y bien.
He's like, McKenna knows I work fast.
He does. I know you do, Ronald.
Yeah, guys, if you need a contractor in Orlando, send me a message. Ronald's in our school program as well. You can send him a message. He's
tú eres de
all over
Venezuela.
Central Florida, and he's got a big team. He
Sí,
can
soy
do
de
a lot of
Venezuela.
projects, and he is really quick, really
chamo.
good. So if you want to get in contact with him, send him a message.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're gonna have the Fillmore house empty hopefully in January, Ronald, and I'll call you back. We'll go back over there. He does that.
The house with the crazy lady.
Yeah, the crazy
Okay,
man. The crazy man.
Está diciendo
on
que,
Fillmore.
que en enero van para allá a la casa de Fillmore.
Sí, se va el señor sale ahorita en diciembre. Ya me había dicho McKenna.
Ok. Pues ya
Ok.
sabes. He's
Bueno.
like, we're ready.
Estoy a
Papá,
la
un placer
orden
de
para lo que
verdad.
necesiten.
Gracias.
Okay, gracias.
Igual. Saludos, Robert. Saludos,
Saludos.
McKenna.
Good to see you, Ronald.
Happy good night.
Night.
Good
Bye.
Año nuevo. Andrino, he got his camera. We got
Oh,
Hey.
Andrino,
Finally.
all right.
Finally, it went through.
There you go.
You know,
Technology.
watching you guys with, it's fun watching you guys with beard. I feel left out.
You gotta join the club. First, you gotta
Yeah,
join
there you
Apex, and
go.
then you can get your beard.
What you do is you just start shaving even when you don't need to, and then
Oh, man,
it
that's
just
very-
starts
never
growing
stops.
and it'll never stop. Yeah.
So yeah, so here we are. So I was listening to Frank talk earlier, about 15 minutes ago, and he was trying to get in, and I was saying, boy, if you really want to break into this, the best way to break into this, and I say this to everybody, even people that I meet all the time, is wholesale, because it's the thing in this world that you don't need. It's like making money out of thin air. You can
Yep.
just, you're a matchmaker. So if he wants to get in, and if he wants to talk to me, I can tell him. But all you have to do is find a property, find a buyer, and
Put
hook
them
them up,
together.
and you get the split in the middle. You get this, nice amount of that.
Yeah. I
It's what pays
think
the
it's a
market
great way to start for
Yes,
sure. Like that.
for anyone. And I
For
mean,
anybody.
If you don't want the headaches, if you don't want to be a landlord, if you just want to make that fast cash out of thin air, get into wholesale. I mean, I stay with that for life if I have to, because I don't have any headaches. I mean,
Yeah.
the moment you have all these apartments, and I mean, it's nice. It's not a bad thing. It's nice, as you said earlier. If you have a good manager, then
Yeah, I
it's,
mean that's why I asked what kind of money do you want to make? Do you want the passive income, or what hopefully gets to passive income, and do you want or do you want chunks of money which we get through flipping, or if you just needed quick money because you don't really have a lot to start, wholesaling is like beautiful. And wholesaling works, by the way, even if you do have a lot of money and you just want to find a great deal and not have to deal with the headaches and just find a buyer. We did hundreds and hundreds of them before we started doing kind of value add. We sort of have evolved into value add real estate investors over a long period of time. But the first 300 or 400 properties, I just was mostly flipping paper. I would contract it and then sell it to a buyer, and we built a nice buyers list.
yeah.
And then we started to differentiate ourselves because we were fighting against a bunch of wholesalers, and my sort of idea was I'll close on it, and then I could still sell it fast, or if I've closed on it, then I could renovate it and keep the lion's share.
The first deal we did, wholesale.
We wholesaled Adon's first deal for a nice big chunk of money. Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll see it.
McKenna and I just did a wholesale deal last month. We worked on it for a year, but
Yeah.
we didn't have to ever close on it, and we made 15 grand or something.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and that's all you need. It's a sliver, and especially in places like what Frank said, and where I live in New York, and where he lives, all you need to do is one deal, and you make more than most people make doing tons of deals. Because over here, you can make 25, 30, 40, just like that.
I mean, when you're wholesaling $1 million duplex, you're easily should be making 25, 50, 100 grand possibly on a flip. A quick,
I mean, even with
wholesale
houses,
deal.
even with these nice houses, homes out here in Brooklyn, you know, in the Midwood section of Brooklyn, where it's predominantly a Hasidic neighborhood, these beautiful homes, and sometimes they become abandoned for either because of a death in the family or divorce or what have you. And that's the beauty about driving for dollars, because I walk around and I see a property has not gone yet into the, you know, MLS. So this is an opportunity for you. So you got to jump on it right away and, you know, see if you can make a deal out of it. But the thing is that even these properties that, these houses, 2 single-family houses, 2, 3 single-family houses that you see, they produce a good amount of chunks of, you know, wholesale deals.
Yeah.
And you know, whereas my friend in Illinois, he has to do a whole bunch of deals in order for him to make, you know, $7,000-8,000. I do one deal, you know, 25 grand. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference, I think. And Jerry Norton talked about this with us recently, where pick your area, right? If you're wholesaling $500,000 houses, your wholesale fee is a lot bigger than if you're in Alabama, for instance, and you're wholesaling $40,000 houses. You're going to have a hard time putting a $25,000 or $50,000 wholesale fee on something you're acquiring at $40K. But if you're buying it at $400K, you have a much easier time doing that. So that's about picking your market.
Right. And you could do it out of anywhere. I mean, I could do it a wholesale deal from New York and Florida.
Yeah.
And just match up the buyer with the seller and do the numbers myself. And then look, I present.
How long have you been doing the wholesaling?
Since 2014.
Nice. Oh, you've been in it a while then.
Yeah. It's I tell you, it's lucrative. Sometimes, you know, sometimes the buyers could be a bit you know, slow. They might need some time to think, and you know, it sort of puts me on
How's
edge.
the market in the winter? Do you still do a lot of wholesaling?
You can still do it, because as long as you see, here's the thing with this thing about wholesaling. It doesn't matter if the market is crashing at the bottom, top of the bottom, winter, summer, spring. You see a property and it needs fixing, and you have a buyer, a buyer that can put a facelift on this house, and you can get it, say, you know, just out of argument's sakes, $100,000 house. If you can get that $100,000 house for just $80, I mean, sorry, 80,000, 80,000. You know, this is the deal for the buyer, and in the end, you get paid. Everyone's happy. He gets paid. But sometimes the buyers could be slow when they're deciding, when they're indecisive. Well, let me think about it. Let me see. Let me work on. They think about it a lot, and you don't want to overthink it. Sometimes That's why you have to have a bucket of buyers, because you want to be able to deal. See, my mindset. I want to deal with A players. When you're an A player, you're effective, productive, and you're on your feet. And if you know that this person always gives you results, you have to think about it.
That's what we tell people all the time, that when you're starting out, you want to get to know all of the wholesalers and let them know you're their buyer that can make fast decisions. I've bought a dozen or more homes from my couch in Puerto Rico from wholesalers in Florida, while I've been here in Puerto Rico over the last 7 years. And
I've seen it happen.
When I called them up and they've had their house on the market for 5 minutes, they get the email and I call them up and I say, I'll take it. They take it off the market. They know that I'm going to close, like you just said, because we have a track record of doing what we say and closing on the houses. So those are the kind of buyers you want as a wholesaler. Everybody who's a wholesaler should put buyers like me on their list. I do make fast decisions.
I have you on the list, Bob.
Yeah. Do you get houses in Florida ever?
In Florida? No, I haven't pushed out there.
You're just pretty much do New York?
Yeah, I do it here because it's I haven't ventured out over there yet.
What part of New York?
Over in the Brooklyn section, in Queens.
You're in Brooklyn. Okay.
Brooklyn, Queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you're straight in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that pretty girl.
Yeah. But I have a condo in the Bronx, so
What's the craziest wholesale story you could tell us in the next minute? I'm excited to hear it.
The craziest?
Craziest, funnest. You tell me. I'll let you pick.
Well, when I met this guy, a Jewish guy in the supermarket, incidentally, and the guy, he couldn't, he was looking for a product. He couldn't see the product. He was looking. Can you tell me, young man, can you tell me what does this say right here? And I told him what it said. And it turned out that the guy buys properties. And I had already found something that was abandoned, and right there, that relationship right there, like that just made that deal work. Because I was hoping I'd find somebody like ASAP. And it's like, God sent. And the guy was just right there. I was right there at the right time, as they say, at the right place.
Yeah.
And the guy wound up looking at the property. And after I told him, look, I can negotiate. Don't go by that price. Ask for low. Don't worry about it. Forget about what the seller's saying. He's desperate. If he's a desperate seller, it doesn't matter if it's $1 million. Ask for $500,000. Ask for $500,000. If he accepts, then you ask for low. You could have gone lower.
Yeah, that's right.
That's always the worst feeling when you make a low ball offer.
Right.
Yes.
I guess.
That's terrible.
Right. Believe me, I'm telling you.
So the rule here is
I'm
talk to everybody
and tell them what
I
you do.
think that's the rule, right? Tell everybody what you do, even the guy in the grocery store. Now,
Yes.
Are you going to get a whole bunch of houses that you sell in the grocery store? Probably not.
No.
But you got one there.
Yeah.
There's an example there.
Yeah.
Adriano, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Adriano, you part of the Flip Flop Flipper, right?
Yeah, I'm in the
Apex as well.
well, not the Apex. I'm in the other one, Flip Up.
What are you waiting for, man? We want you there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
in.
do Thursday
on.
calls. I saw you were talking
The
about
water's
Zoom.
warm.
Yeah.
Love to have you.
We do a Thursday night masterclass that's very similar to this, where we teach on a subject and then have a conversation.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you want, set up a call with me through the Flip Flop Flipper. McKenna, I think, did you open up calendar for me this week?
No,
Okay.
not a direct link.
All right. Well, maybe we'll open up one for next week.
Let me know.
Calendar spots.
Adriano,
And
thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
That was
Appreciate it.
awesome.
Always.
I'll tell you a crazy story because you asked. Maybe I've told you the crazy story.
I like all your crazy stories.
When I was wholesaling, when I was first starting out, I would meet everybody and tell them what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember meeting a guy, and his name was Richard Sillick. And he pulled up in a minivan, had like 3 kids in the van, and when he opened the door, garbage fell out of the van. He was a hoarder in his van. And I thought, I'll never be able to sell this guy anything but I showed him the house anyways. And he bought like 5 houses from me within 3 months. He became like just a rock star. He had partnered with his dentist. His wife was a dental hygienist, and he partnered with the dentist who the wife worked for, and they bought like 5 houses. So you can't judge a book by their cover.
Wow.
And then he would renovate them. He'd do all the work, and then he would have a yard sale with all his junk. I mean, it was nuts. And if you saw him get out of that van, my thought was this guy doesn't have $5, but he managed to buy 5 houses, and
he's a real estate millionaire.
He's really quick. He became, and I think they went on and did a whole bunch more after that. But yeah, so
that's awesome.
That don't judge a book by your cover, and meet everybody.
We got Joshua in there. You want to bring Joshua up? I don't think
Joshua, are you there? Unmute, turn on your video.
Is that a picture of the moon?
Sitting at picture of the moon, or he's sitting in the dark?
Oh, almost. There you go.
Hello?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm just cleaning in my house, so I don't have the video on.
That's all right. Cool.
It's okay.
How are you tonight?
Pretty good. Yeah. Chilling.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
You're in Michigan?
No, I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, I know Orlando, Florida. I've been there.
Yeah. You guys have got some history here, I understand.
We've done 3,000 deals in Central Florida. Yeah.
I had my microphone off. Joshua, I've got a house for sale in Pine Hills. Just put on the market today. If you're interested.
Oh shit! All right.
What kind of real estate are you interested in? Are you investing in real estate in Orlando?
I'm trying to. Yes, I don't have the capital yet, and just working on my credit score. But I am trying, and I'm looking, and I'm learning. So I've only been in town here for a few years, and the COVID years don't count. So just learning what's going on, and also just taking a deep dive into Puerto Rico. My lease is up pretty shortly, and I'm gonna make some pretty big decisions here. So.
Oh wow! So you might consider moving to the island?
I would, yes, indeed. So.
Well, Joshua, it's like Robert told me probably the second time I got in the car to go look at properties. It's not about the money; it's about the deal.
About the deal.
You got that deal, the money will find it.
Yeah, that's true. What kind of real estate interests you?
I definitely like value add and distressed properties, and I've looked a lot at
plenty of that down here.
Mobile homes are interesting, but then you always have to deal with mobile home parks if you can't find them on land, and mobile home parks are crusty and problematic. So, everything's got a challenge, but that's what kind of divides those who succeed from those who don't, and those who can know how to hunt for these things. I'd love to learn more about auctions. I've been looking at a lot at auctions, and yet don't quite understand how to do them well in Florida. I think there's some. I could probably get some capital.
Like you should join Apex.
Yeah, well, I've looked a little bit at that, but ultimately, I just, this is, there's a lot of balls to juggle, so it's about getting mentors who've gone through a lot of the stuff. So appreciate.
This is the guy right here. If you want to do Florida deals, that's the guy, and that's his son. And they both do a lot of deals in Florida.
We do a lot of auctions in Florida, even like probably later. I don't know if there's any tax deed sales still to come this year, but in the early next year, there'll be some tax deed sales that we'll be going to.
Yeah.
So we're always going. We should do a master class about
tax deeds,
and stuff like that.
We should do one about foreclosures here too.
Foreclosures here, yeah.
And where would they find them?
Well, we do that every Thursday night. We do these master classes, very similar to this, but we would actually teach on a subject and then answer questions. So
yes.
Well, cool, man. I'd love to be part of your real estate investing story. And if you show up on the island, it's I think it's a tremendous move. I don't know what you do as like a day job, but if you're able to work from anywhere, there's worse places to live.
Yeah,
than living here on the island.
If you can work online, you should definitely move here.
and if you need help looking at auctions and stuff like that in Florida, that's really our preferred way to buy.
How did you find this, Josh?
Through YouTube. I was looking at for foreclosures in Orlando, and
Awesome.
those keywords came up pretty hard for pretty strong for Robert. So
Nice.
There's a free school community. It's called the Flip Flop Flipper community, and you could probably join there and reach out with your questions. There's a lot of investors there that also are experts in that field.
Yeah, if you haven't joined the free community over on school, the Flip Flop Flipper, the link is here somewhere, right, McKenna?
Yeah, I'll post it again.
Yeah,
it's in our private chat here on the StreamYard. You can see it there as well.
Great, I will take a look at it. Thank you.
Did you have any questions that you wanted us to answer tonight?
No, I'm just kind of like listening into what's going on, get a finger on the pulse of the market. It's always good for me, and just to hear some of the stories of what's happening. I love the idea of 7+ multifamily and in Puerto Rico. I wonder though what I mean. Basically, what a mobile home park is a flat apartment, right? So, what are there similar deals perhaps on that 186 tourist deal, if you want to, like, say, grab a piece of property and throw a bunch of modular homes up, say 7+ modular homes, would that work?
Yeah. So it's the Act 182, and it's specifically for long-term housing, modular homes, mobile homes, upcycled shipping containers. All of that would work. The requirements are that it's an urban area, not rural, and so you have to be investing inside of the urban map area, and in each town on the island has one, has a map that's put out by Vivienda. I think it was Vivienda put out the map.
Yes.
And
Cool.
Yeah, so you can absolutely invest in modular homes. We've got a mobile home park here in Rincon that sits right on the ocean, and
really
it's
nice.
been there for 30 years. It's a really fun community, and it's a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then by Monday morning everybody's gone, and then the next week they come back and do it again and hang out at the beach. And so those kind of projects, I'd be interested if you found something. I'm interested in looking at something like that. We love the one we've got, and I would do more, but I haven't seen one yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would think that there's probably some advantages there, especially now that we're in the 21st century, the world of like 3D printing modular homes. I mean, rehabbing homes in Puerto Rico must be super challenging just in terms of getting materials. I mean, the concrete alone, the quality of concrete is crap. It's all full of pebbles, and the sand isn't correct, right? So it's all crumbling. Like, it might be easier just to 3D print something and bring it in, or like you said, do shipping containers and rehab those. And
yeah, I think there are several factory built home builders that are looking at coming to the island, and I think the first one that gets here with a viable product is going to just be printing money.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, those homes are built really, really well. Like, the big question would be like, oh, well, are they going to stand up to the hurricane? But the truth is they do. They more than stand up to the hurricanes, as long as they're building the right product. And whoever gets here first and figures it out, and believe me, I've been talking to them for the last 7 years. I've talked to everybody who's come to the island and said they're coming. And as soon as someone gets here, I'm ready to scale the business.
Yeah. Buying land everywhere.
We got land that we already got land. I can put 200
5 acres
in Lares.
Yep, that's true.
Gotcha.
So,
well,
hey, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Robert.
Check out the Flip Flop Flipper free community, and
DM us.
And yeah, just send me a DM. You can set up a strategy call with me or something like that. That goes for everybody, you guys. If you're meeting us through YouTube, join us over on the Flip Flop Flipper community. If you're coming to us through school and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, well, then by all means do that. But
And guys, there's only 16 likes, so please like the video. Hit the like button 3 times.
We can't go to bed until we get 50 likes. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
be here
real.
all night.
We're gonna be here.
We're gonna be here forever
for a week. And also the link is in the comments of the chat here, and also in school. You can join us here live and ask your questions, just like Josh did. And if you're not part of the free school community, you should go join. What are you waiting for?
Don't be too cool for school.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's a good one. I like
Look at
that.
him. Look at him. Let's bring Alan up.
Alan, are you here?
Alan, has he been here the whole night? He's
been there waiting for you.
Hey, Alan.
Alan doesn't want to talk to us now.
Well, he might be away from his phone. Alan, we'll bring you back up. Just turn your camera on when you're ready.
There he is. Hey.
Oh, you're on mute.
Your mic's off.
Alan's in technology. He's a programmer. And,
yeah, he's got to decode the
technology is easy for him.
He's got to program the mic noise in now.
No.
Nope.
No.
Makes
an excellent mind.
Yeah. It goes to show. Even the guys that do know technology. Because Alan is a real programmer.
Yeah, Alan does know technology.
Struggles with the microphone here.
You know, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. I get calls at 12 o'clock at night. Hey, how do I upload this video? What are you talking about?
Robbie, you've been doing this for 5 years.
Oh, I've been trying to upload a video here. I'm gonna be rude and look at my phone. I've been trying to upload this thing for 3 hours.
Alan, is it working?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. There you are.
Is this new, this streaming things? I have not seen it before.
Yes, it's new for our 50th YouTube Live. We decided to do it just for tonight, probably.
Yeah.
And we'll be back to regular schedule. Although I like this format better, but it is hard to.
It's gonna be
pull
crazy.
everybody up.
Can't do it in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we try and do it in an hour. You can't do it.
Yeah.
What's happening, Alan? We've been talking about you while you haven't been paying attention.
Oh, really? I just heard your comments about 3D printing homes. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, the last guy was talking about 3D printing homes.
Because I met someone who is on the island and raising funds to do that.
Yeah, so for the last 6 or 7 years, I've talked to everybody who wants to bring their factory built home or 3D printed home to the island, and so far nobody's been able to do it with scale.
And I think we're actually going to have a master class with Brent Foley either next week or the week after, and he has a similar product, prefab, modular homes. So we've got another person coming on. I think 3D printing would be cool. Have you guys seen these bubble homes? Have you heard of these?
Yeah, the non-cement ones.
No, the cement ones.
Oh, like the one Robert Downey Jr. has. It's like they inflate this this tent, and then they built the rebar around it, and then they fill it with cement on top, and then they deflate it.
Yeah, it's sweet.
The shape stays. It's pretty cool.
You can build them in a day. I'm sure it's super expensive, but one day to build a frame.
A day in America.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've kind of learned about the factory built stuff. It is quicker. I believe the challenges are scaling.
Yeah,
but it's not cheaper necessarily. I mean, price per square foot to build is I think kind of high on that stuff. I imagine the bubble home is very expensive to build.
I mean, just think how much it is to get a driveway, and you're pouring concrete for a whole home. It's got to be,
yeah.
Plus the rebar. I mean, hundreds of thousands in material. No, not even labor.
What do you think, Alan? You like it? 3D printing homes?
I've never seen it in real life. It looks amazing, but
it looks really cool on YouTube.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm sure one day someone will figure out how to make it cheap, and everyone will build that way. But
there was a guy at one of the Rio meeting who who is doing it in Portugal and in somewhere else in Europe already, and is planning to do it in Puerto Rico. Really huge machine that print the house.
Huh.
Wild.
He has a land in the mountain.
And would he print a concrete house, or he'd print like a steel frame house that they would then build? What kind of? There's different kinds of 3D.
We're talking about printing houses.
Yeah, it's not really printing. Right?
I know,
Obviously, you got to have the materials.
But it just sounds funny. I'm gonna print my next
Yeah.
house.
Xerox it.
I'd like copper finishes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Glossy, semi. Well, Alan, talk to us about your deal. We talked to Emmanuel. He said he's the wholesaler who found it. Talk to us. What's the deal? What's the numbers? Are we gonna buy it? What's going on?
So it's a 6 units homes with a garage that can be turned into 7 units, and only 2 units are rented. But apparently, it doesn't need any rehab. It just needs tenants, and it's an old person who just want to get rid of it. They're okay to do a subject to, so half of the funding comes from there. We need more equity to buy it and turn it into 7 units, and possibly. So I heard Robert is not very hot on the Airbnb and guest house that are not right on the ocean. It's not right there, but it's close to San Juan, right? It's in between Levittown and Bayamon.
So I'm thinking, you don't need to be on the ocean, but you do need to have something special for your Airbnb. So if you take Patio Elba, for instance, we stopped on the bus tour. That's not on the ocean, but it's a spectacular place, and he's made it like the patio with the swimming pool and the hot tub, and it's behind a big fence, so you get the privacy. So even though you're in Santurce and there's nothing super beautiful around there, it's a decent area. People still want to go, and you're close
Great
enough to the
restaurants.
beach.
They should open a really good
But
restaurant.
what they
next door.
separated themselves with is the level with which they renovated and then putting that pool in. You saw it, Alan. That's what I'm talking about. You need to make them more special than just the cookie cutter Airbnbs that everybody's got.
Yeah.
Actually, Alan, I know you know about this because I've seen your Airbnb in San Diego, and you do you do a very spectacular place there. So it's not a ordinary cookie cutter Airbnb either.
You got an Airbnb? Let's see it, Alan. Send us a link.
Sure. Thank you, but the merit goes to my designer. I just found someone amazing to help me.
Yeah, but that's what it takes, right? You want to have something that separates you from the rest.
Yes.
Yeah. And it has a theme. My Airbnb in San Diego is called is named it's the Dory's Retreat. You know Dory, the fish?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there's fish everywhere because I'm a fan of Dory. She doesn't have any memory, but she's very persistent. So we have a lot in common. and her motto is keep swimming, right? Keep swimming, keep looking for houses. But at Dory's Retreat, you stop swimming and you start gazing at the ocean. So that's the motto.
Send us the link. Let's put it up. Let's look at it.
Can I put a link in the yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, in the private chat you can.
Yeah. Here we go. So the one in it's called Sabana Seca, right?
Sabana Seca, yep.
It had I saw it in the dock. I'm going to see it again tomorrow.
You don't have any photos of that deal?
Yes, it's
tomorrow. We're gonna.
It's next to a baseball court.
You're gonna see it.
So
you're not.
From the foreclosure sale, I gotta go get a pickup, finish moving my house, drop the pickup.
Oh, okay.
Go do other 20
I'm
things.
going with Alan to see it.
I want to go see it.
You're out.
I'm out.
You're out.
So I like when there's nothing the other side of the street, right? If it's a baseball court, nobody's going to build and block your view. So my house in Colorado is like that. I have a baseball court in front, so I like this kind of places. We'll see. I'm trying to find the link to my Airbnb. So what I really like to know is if it's possible to play at 60 tourism, that one.
The other one. The deal for tomorrow.
No.
Alan
does.
Alan, you can text me the photos and I'll be able to put them up in here for the deal you guys are gonna go look at tomorrow while you look at for the link.
Yeah.
Emmanuel's deal, Alan's deal, Apex deal.
Yep.
See,
we're doing deals in Apex, guys. We put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
Partner with people.
We just need a little bit of funding. So what do I put
always what we need.
Money's always nice.
Yep.
Right?
What do I put?
Money's not the most important part of the thing, but it is an important part of the thing.
Sure makes the thing move more.
Adam, you want me to text it to you or what?
Yeah, you could text it. I don't know if you're able to put photos in the chat there, but you can definitely text it to me and I'll be able to bring it up on my side here.
Okay.
Cardano's kind of baselining.
So it's funny, the address is Parquet Street East, and it's on the west side.
You know,
addresses don't mean shit in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry. I was trying to tell some people earlier today. I'm like, I give you a street address, but it doesn't mean anything. You need the 18 dot number, comma dash 1 or 65 number.
It'll be like, do you know the Burger King in Carolina? If you know the Burger King, I can direct you from there.
You guys, I'm just I'm being rude, and I'm looking at my phone and my Coinbase account, and I think I'm gonna quit real estate investing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because
So the thing,
obviously I am a freaking genius with this blockchain shit. You know, so while you're looking for that and sending it, Alan, I'll tell the story. Earlier today, I was speaking with my good friend Scott Franklin, who's a real estate investor, and he's been in the blockchain now heavy for about 7 years. And I was telling him that there's got to be a problem because I'm up a lot of money and I have no idea what I'm doing. And I compared it to back in 2007 and 2008 when my dental hygienist showed up at the foreclosure sale and bought a property and made $100,000. And the second she did it, I was like, there's going to be a bubble. It's all going to hell because she's not supposed to be able to do that. I shouldn't be able to make money in this blockchain investing stuff, but man, apparently any idiot can. And it's all, I'm a genius. Yeah, no, it's going crazy though. This is a lot of fun.
So I sent you the link to my Airbnb also.
All right, he's pulling it up. So I guess I'm just saying that forget the real estate. Don't become a wholesaler or a flipper. Just invest in XRP, and then sit at it 90% down for 4 years, and then one day you too can be in the profit. Let's not go crazy. At least we can be in the profit.
You can buy some coffee.
You can buy a cup of coffee. That's a good looking house anyway. Yes. Does look like it doesn't need a lot of work.
So maybe you can't attract people who come for Airbnb to be by the ocean, but maybe you can attract people who just need to be in the San Juan area for business.
You know, I say that you have to be super special, but we had someone on recently who's doing an Airbnb and buy him own. Remember that conversation? Juan, yeah, he's doing an Airbnb and buy him own, and he's doing really well. So maybe I'm wrong.
Anyway, even as a long-term rental, I think it's a good deal.
Do you own the land behind that? We just saw that aerial picture. How much property does it sit on?
Yeah, I think it's the one in the top left corner. No, this is north. Go west.
So, Alan, if you're successfully able to put this under contract, and you're going to have some creative portions to this, you think it's about half of the money you can take over an existing loan that's already in place at 7%? Is that right?
Yes, and
And
I
then
believe.
and then the other half of the money you're going to want to raise as an equity partner, or
Yes, and I believe it's if we fill it up with tenants and just sell it in a few years, I think we can make 200 or 300 profit.
that doesn't sound half bad. Well, so put in the comments who would be interested in partnering with Alan and I on this deal. What do you think, Alan, it could rent for if you just put it with long-term tenants?
5,000 to 6,000.
Okay, and how much is the mortgage payment monthly?
1,200.
Okay, and then so as is, you could get 5,000 to 6,000. You don't have to do much renovation at all. So we need $150,000 equity partner or $250,000 equity partner. What do we need?
170.
170.
Let's say 200 if we want to make it really nice.
200, make it really nice. Let's say 200 then, because I like making things really nice. I always like, especially if you're thinking of doing Airbnb, we have to make it really nice.
Yes.
But let's see.
And even if it's an Airbnb that doesn't get a lot of that has a that doesn't have a very high level of occupancy, if we get the tax incentive, that makes up for it.
I mean, think about these numbers though, guys. If let's say we get a $200,000 equity partner and we didn't make it Airbnb and we bring in $5,000 a month, and what did you say, $1,200 a month is the payment?
Yes.
That's a 22.5% return annually, cash on cash.
Yeah.
And so if we split that, someone can make 11% on their money, and we are going to then, as Alan says, sell it in a few years and make another couple $100,000. So you get back your 200,000 plus another $100,000. Make 11% on your money while you're waiting to make $100,000 in a few years. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's dirty math. We call that,
So it's already phenomenal as a rental, and plus there is it's a gamble, but it's not impossible that it qualifies for the Tourism Act, right?
Either the Tourism Act or possibly Act 182.
I'm not sure if it's a.
It's not rural. It's rural. It won't. You're right.
Plus,
Act 182. It's not a urban area.
Plus, we're never going to justify $1 million.
Now we're looking at your San Diego place.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, that's a nice house right there.
So that property opened my eyes to real estate.
How did you find that property? This one that we're looking at now in San Diego.
It's crazy. I needed a place close to UCSD and Scripps because I was working. I couldn't buy anything. I was going for a divorce. So I just rented a room in that place. I was a tenant.
Wow.
Half of it. Very, very cheap for what it is. It's a university professor who just wanted to rent to other academics. It was a very good deal. But then a couple of years later, COVID started. And just when we got confined, our landlord, it was very, very nice, very, very nice person. But I don't know why he had to do this. He called us and said, "Hey guys, you need to move out. I'm kicking you out. I'm selling."
You said, I don't want to leave, I'll buy it.
Well, I didn't think I could buy it. So I tried to find another rental, I tried to find something to buy. But eventually, I looked into it and I got loans from bank, from family, and so on. And I bought it from him off market. It didn't look like that. It was terrible. Everything broken and so on. So I got a really good deal. And I lived there another couple of years, and then I renovated, turned it into Airbnb. I moved to live in the desert, and it's a very, very successful Airbnb.
Why you live in the desert? You were going to Burning Man?
Yucca Valley near Palm Spring.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a pretty spectacular Airbnb. What does that rent for nightly?
I can only rent it a month at a time, which is great because that's less work.
Yeah.
That gives me an opportunity to have a very, warm. I welcome every guest. I fly back every month to welcome the guests.
You do really? Wow.
Yes. Well, so I'm starting to have repeat customers, and for instance, right now I have tenants who stay 3 months every year, so that makes it much easier than a normal Airbnb, right? And the highest is July and August. In July and August, it goes for $12,000 a month.
Okay.
There's Del Mar is a luxurious area and place like that with a view.
Oh yeah, Del Mar is amazing. I told you about my Del Mar story. Did I tell you I used to own racehorses, Alan?
No.
Don't ever buy racehorses.
Not like crypto. Terrible investment.
It's crypto. Buy crypto. But we had a 40-to-1 long shot at Del Mar. I think it was opening day of Del Mar, which if you have ever been to the horse races, opening day of Del Mar is like the holy grail. That's the best horse racing to go to. And my 40-to-1 Forestry's Fire was his name. I swear to this day he won the race. They had him lose in a nose photo that I promise you they doctored. They kept the nose photo hidden from us for, I would say, it seemed like eternity, 45 minutes or so before they finally posted who won. Like the next race had already run. Anyways, we hit the race for just I used to gamble back then. I don't gamble anymore, but I think I was gambling with Brett Kelly McKenna. So it was a day we had a 40-to-1 long shot. I think with him coming second, we hit the race for like 35,000. Had he come first, we would have taken the pool. We would have taken like 300,000 off of that one race. But it was still that Del Mar was just a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun that day. Yeah. So anyway, that's my Del Mar story.
Do you have the photo of the horses or no?
Yeah, I have a photo with Forestry's Fire in the winner circle. So he won some money. We had another big horse called Streets of Heaven that won a few $100,000 over his career, and that was a fun day. We don't want to talk horse racing all day, but we were at the Kentucky Derby, and my horse's half brother won the Kentucky Derby. And my horse was a 2-year-old in training, was going into an auction the next weekend in California. And so that was fun because obviously my horse value went whoop. And we managed to blow that and ruin it. We got offered $500,000 for a horse we paid $18,000 for.
And you didn't take it?
We didn't take it.
Oh my!
I was again with Brett Kelly. I was hitting him in the back of the head saying, take the money, take the money, take the money. He didn't take the money, and we bought him back for $500,000. And then we ended up getting offered $500,000 for 50%.
Wait, you bought the horse back for $500,000?
Yeah.
You paid the money instead of taking the money?
I mean, it comes to us, but yeah, we paid we were the high bidder. So we give the horse to this Neil Drysdale, world famous trainer, and he breaks the horse. We never made a dime with him. They didn't end up paying us $500,000 for half of the horse. But we did then eventually win some money with him. So it was a really good horse. Holy cow. So you just can't make money in horse racing. It's impossible. I'm telling you, it's impossible.
I don't think people do it to make money. I mean, I think you do it for fun. Once you've made your crypto millions.
Well, it is. I will say it is a lot of fun, but owning race horses is probably part of the reason that we were broke.
Only part of.
Yeah.
Guys, the link is in the chat. The link is on the school post. If you want to join us here, you got like, I think 5 minutes left.
Yep. We're going to start closing it up here, I think.
And go eat dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna have a banger video though, I think, about Act 182, and why it's so powerful for the island of Puerto Rico. I would love for that video to blow up, honestly. That what happens with these acts that the island puts out, they're magnificent for people like Alan and I to come to the island, but they're also good for the local population. And this act in particular is good for solving the housing crisis.
I'm not a part of that.
You're allowed
I can't do that.
You're allowed.
I could do that.
You could do that.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's only a gringo thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. That's
Look,
that unfortunately is the mentality, right? I heard from my neighbor who's never invested and done anything in their life, don't make any money, that I'm not eligible.
Yeah.
And so they just believe that they're not eligible.
Well, I heard you have to speak English or French to be eligible for these things.
You have to actually own a house in Del Mar in order to be eligible. Yeah.
Damn it. So close.
So if we don't have more questions or anything, guys, appreciate your time and coming and spending a couple of hours with us. Wow.
Yeah, it's gone by quick.
Cool.
I think it was a really good 50th stream. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got to tell 2 horse race stories.
Yeah.
That's
for the next 50. You got to bring the photo. We'll start the stream with the.
I don't keep photos, but I do.
Linda probably has a photo of the
Probably.
horse somewhere.
Probably
Being like, that's the horse that cost us $500,000.
We've been in the winner's circle a few times with a couple of horses. So
that is a good time.
She wears her big hat.
Yeah, we've also
guys.
I've
got a couple of announcements before we go. This week we have Brannon, DSCR guy. He's going to teach the masterclass. He has a lead on DSCR loans. I know Alan has done one in Puerto Rico. This guy Brannon also is trying to do some DSCR loans in Puerto Rico. He does them all across the states. He's going to give a presentation on what you need, the data you need to apply, how to get yourself set up to where you can come to him, say, hey, I've got this property. Here's all the information. Let's go get this loan. Him and his partner are going to come on this Thursday and tell us all about it. I'm pretty excited. And then what else? Do we have any other announcements, guys?
Can I?
Yeah,
go for it.
Alan's got an announcement.
Yeah. So I wanted to go back to Act 182. Don't forget that these are $1 million plus investments, and so the house tomorrow doesn't qualify. It's much lower budget, and plus it's $1 million on top of not counting the structure, unless it's an abandoned structure, right? So if
it's abandoned structure, yeah.
So these are really big projects, and what I wanted to say is we're working really hard to figure out a new way of doing syndication or funds that allow a lot of people with a small budget to participate, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to find a way so that people with 20K, 25K can have a high return with a big project like that, even if there are, if we need to bring a lot of people together to make this happen. So if you want more info, Robert keeps coming up with potential properties.
There are not a lack of opportunities, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So reach out to Alan if you're on either of the school groups. Alan is probably reaching out to you, but reach out to him if you're interested. If anybody is not a part of the school group, it's free, and the link is here. Where, in the description or something, or in the comments, McKenna?
Yes. The link is over here in the comments. I'll put it up on the screen.
guys, everything that we do, whether it's this YouTube channel or either of the communities on school, it's always with the heart and with the idea that we want to see more real estate getting done. We want to be part of people's real estate investing story. So that's why we do Monday Night Live. That's why we've got these communities. I'm going to buy more real estate. There's no doubt about it that next week I'll buy something, next month, next year, no question about it.
Unless,
what are you guys going to do? And do you want to join us? You want to be partners with us? And Alan came, heard that message, and then started calling me up. I mean, he's already won the coffee, for crying out loud. And we had coffee the other day and he said, this one doesn't count.
guys, Robert only wants to do real estate because he wants to sell it all and put it into crypto. So
oh yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I may be able to I mean, just on this, let's just to make myself smile or cry. Let's see what's happened. It's oh my goodness.
What?
It's gone up.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Wow. That
You
number
saw it
got up
earlier.
from like
You saw it earlier.
what, 3 hours ago?
Yeah.
What coin's been up? Is it XRP?
It's
H-bar. H-bar. And XRP's up a little bit. Everything.
Cardano's up.
It's like a sea of green. I just can't pick. I can't pick a loser, you guys. I just, you know, I can throw a dart at this shit, and apparently it's gonna go up in value. So don't trust me at all if I'm telling you to buy a stock or a Coinbase thing. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I am apparently lucky.
Don't get crypto advice from the guy on YouTube. Get crypto advice from the random guy in the restaurant.
Yes.
That you never met in your life and says, hey, I do this and I buy this. Oh,
all right. He
bought $1,000 that day. I bought about $100 that day.
Yeah. I called that guy today and said, thank you very much.
Yes.
That was $50,000 earlier today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sick. Okay.
Wow.
You guys.
All right, guys.
Next Monday, we'll do the Monday Night Live. We'll probably turn it into just straight crypto hour, the crypto power hour for the flip flop.
There you go.
We're done. I'm not going to buy real estate next week, next month, or next year. I'm just going to be a Bitcoin millionaire.
He's going to move to Dubai.
Yeah.
He's going to become a sheik. We're never going to see him again.
That's right.
I wish.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of this racehorses NFT?
Oh no.
No, I haven't.
That's where he went wrong.
I haven't heard of it. That's great.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, guys. That was fun.